You have one unheard message. First unheard message.
Jesus, I need your help again. Can you remind these woke retards how great America used to be? Me and JD would appreciate it. We need you to really take off. We need you to fly high and take out some Twin Towers, just like Bush did. In fact, could you find me some Bush? Actually, I'm not attracted to that. I like them underage. Did I say that out loud? Whatever. It'll be our wonderful little secret. All right, Jesus. Bye-bye.
End of message.
Delicious.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This land is your land. This land is my land. California, New York Island, the Redwood Forest, the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and I.
Set me free. Charity.
Death tolls, skyrocket, Israelis, psyoping, scientists are time stopping, every particle colliding. Death tolls, skyrocket, Israelis, psyoping, scientists are time stopping, every particle colliding. Illusion of freedom, red, white, and blue bleeding for pedos. If you're military, then recognize evils that our country is and was doing, cause you're fighting truth the outside world is seeing. It's useless to think we can reshape democracy. In God we trust, but is God the autocracy? Seems like these days we get formal apologies more than reform of the actual problem. See, you wonder why CEOs get beamed, then everyone cheers cause we know what it means. The message is clear as a ship in a bottle shit sandwich. Every one bit gets rebranded as follows. First, false hope that we go to war. Second, false flags that we go back for more. Third is a draft when the kids get ignored. Fourth is a plaque, every name in the score. Death tolls, skyrocket, Israel is psyoping. Scientists are time stopping, every particle colliding. Death tolls, skyrocket, Israel is psyoping. Scientists are time stopping, every particle colliding. Causing fishes in the stream of consciousness where God's been hiding. Striding on waters of light, I barely have to take a step. Something from beyond my sight is telling me I've only slept. We are just now waking up, we gotta stay woke. It's not a mind virus, it's a mindset. You should try less, say less, make less money. You should pray less, no one's gonna answer that call. The stain said the only permanent record is on your soul. Can't change them, can't blame them, it's all your fault. Why would you think you're above the same DNA and brainstem? We're all just amazing cavemen and women, of course. I wish I could say them specifically. I'm annoyed by the whining bigotry. Donald Trump's a rapist, isn't he? Then I have no sympathy. Who did he release in 2019? Allegedly. They say he killed himself, but he's alive. Allegedly. That Epstein guy, allegedly, is alive and hiding. Allegedly. He's alive, allegedly. Allegedly.
The world will note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, a military base. We won the race of discovery against the Germans. We have used it in order to shorten the agony of war, in order to save the lives of thousands and thousands of young Americans. We shall continue to use it until we completely destroy Japan's power to make war.
Members of the National Guard units at Kent State had fired loaded weapons without warning into crowds of anti-war protesters. A similar incident 10 days later claimed 2 more lives at Jackson State University in Mississippi.
Yeah. Always had a black book with poems inside. Went through the first, second, third, fourth, 5. I died on the cross for this. You should know God's fucking pissed. I wanna buy the Necronomicon. I love the craft, the black ambiance. I spun the slaps like a wind farm. They call me DJ, I call them boss. Synergy means much more to me than it does to you. It's plain to see, it used to be the radio, burn CDs and MP3s. Growing up in a daycare, got a latchkey, turning bad teen. At the time, it was a sad scene, like the backseat in Fake Taxi. Blaspheme with the best of them. I don't have dreams, I have Nephilim. Made humans and had sex with them. Yo, what the fuck? Never mind, I'm dumb. Let's switch the page in my black book. My death note, my Babadook. My death stroke of genius. She best stroke that penis. My head flows don't interrupt. Sick mind of a sick pup. Sickin' boy, chase him up the sycamore. Barking up the right bark sequoia. Kitchen door, marble on the countertops. The future is chrome. I have a gold phone case on my phone. I guess the call was dropped. That's the last time I called the cops. Got a better chance of befriending ops. Like I do that, my ego's rock. Solidify, live a little, live a lot. You should live, laugh, love if you vilify. Shit, you don't even know if you're not. Shit, look in my eyes, there ain't no surprise. And I'll pass away. Any day I could pass away. I could pass away. And all they'd have is little books that I wrote in black. Always had a black book with poems inside. Went through the first, second, third, fourth, five. I died on a cross for this. You should know God's fucking pissed.
This scene in the Olympic Village today became the symbol of man's inhumanity to man as an organization called the Black September Movement, a Palestine guerrilla organization, scaled the fences of the Olympic compound and with machine guns blazing entered the Israeli housing compound, killed 2 men, and are still holding hostages.
I know, and I'm really sorry. You scratched it. Picked it up in clear daylight and you scratched it.
World War III has already begun, will never be won. Silver tongue entwined with lust, I gotta keep them ballerina. Delivering a script like a printer, missing ink. Or the one in office space getting jammed. With the montage hit, split your wig up with the slam. Put the lever on the guillotine in France, hanging like a hamster in a motivational ad. Goddamn.
Picked it up in clear daylight and you scratched it. I know. You know, we've established that. Billy, if you'll listen to me, I'm clearly not disputing that. I'm just trying to apologize.
Hang in there, baby, I've been there, baby. The longer you wait, it drives you crazy. A finger slip and get a grip and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Who's that? At the podium, a giant douche, yeah. Lose a lack of sleep, I'm stabbing me to massa, we be late. Had myself a dream like MLK, but never touched on race. A New York freaking guilty by association. Represent the cavalry, the workhorses across the nation, vaqueros.
I know, and I'm really sorry. You scratched it. Picked it up in clear daylight and you scratched it.
Saigon came under attack about a half an hour after President Min was sworn in at the presidential palace. Immediately after that, all sorts of firing broke out here in Saigon.
You know, I'm proud with that.
At the age of 42, I'm John Mayer. Elvis Presley died today at Baptist Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. Presley was 42 years old. He parlayed a $4 visit to a recording studio into a multi-million-dollar career. He was rushed to the hospital late this afternoon, suffering from what officials say was respiratory distress.
Old Boy, 2003, just a great flick. Yeah, flea flicker, he's fleek, but he's sicker, knees weak. Shiver me timbers, it's going down. I'm a pit bull in the pulpit, spitting bullshit. Tell a hater get down. You know that's assault now? What's the world come to? It's a dog pound. We getting euthanized. Who survives? Whoever can't afford an Uber ride when the car breaks down from suicide. Luther said the boss is so demanding. Open-handed, tough love. I really feel like a fucking mutt. Dirty Sprite in my double cup. Lurking late at the disco, working late at the sit-go. Which one? Like Pablo Escobar? Nah. Picasso. I knew one that hit me over the head. Had my shit bleeding. Dad came and took me to the doctor. I got staples in my skull, and they stay pulling that pump. I got day ones that I lost, got day ones that I missed. I got day ones that I dumped, and they make us look dumb. No, you got a main one that you front as a main one, but ain't one. I used to do that shit too, but I cannot front on myself. Then I'd be not loving myself, and it took me so long to keep loving myself. If I don't have that, then I've got nothing else. I recommend it cause it really helps. Do it yourself, baby, do it yourself. Like Nard won Nikes, just do it yourself. That's a Drake line if he was tapped to the culture. Snapped every track like CDs I had. Snapped right in half like the states, white and black, yin and yang. Flip it on his back, shit, it's still the same. Little names, all these little names, think they insane. It's ironic, but one day I know they'll regret all the fame. Life is precious, every minute, and more precious with you in it. Don't you get too depressed to accept every single minute lethargy, the real killer. So get off your ass, get off your monolith. Get back to class, I made up status. When I said when I was your age, my mistake, it's a different planet. I know where I've been, not where I'm standing. Oh, the song's over, that's okay, I'll manage. As the beat fades, let the world keep spinning. All on a whim, I prefer these written to any MC, I don't care who is them. When the song's over, I'ma do more business on the page, off the brain, or maybe I'll mix them like the picker tricks for kids for the pictures. I'll leave it to the listener to catch the difference. Leave it to the listener, leave it to the listener to catch the difference. To catch the difference.
When Mr. Chapman came up behind him and called to him, Mr. Lennon, as he arrived at that doorway, and then in a combat stance, he emptied the Charter Arms 38 caliber gun that he had with him and shot John Lennon.
And liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
With friends like that, you better not have any enemies. Don't touch me if I don't know you maternally or sexually, if and when the time arises. Like my dick and blue pill suppliers. Health insurance fraud claim cases. Everybody's fucking racist. Supplement Caucasian for wages. Exactly the same like it ain't upside down. Cloud 9, primate on a line of great white opiate epidemic. Some can't get the right medication. Your creation is a life being raised in the worst generation. I doubt you had the instincts to rear a healthy baby. I might be overstepping my boundaries, maybe. Strangely slip between laws like the POTUS. Politically my magnum opus. From a corpse to the Magna Corpus. Fractured plates playing homage coursing through your veins, I'm pure adrenaline. Settlement, Peloton, cycle through the elements. Which one will help, which one will grant a benefit? I think you need the avatar, unfortunate he left again. Got arrows on my fingers, 2 thumbs up. While I'm living in America, I give no fucks. Never enlisting in a proxy squabble. We all know it's about the fossils. Bedded up in the future stock. I predicted this when the world was lava. I need for nothing. You'll get a grain of rice every $30. The shit's up and coming, prepare for water. The lack of an overwhelming slaughter. Fathers, be good to your daughters. I'm watching could've been House Representative, or shoulda, woulda, could've been now. Man, they're putting you down. People still lining up, I'm still watching the show. Calling dude CEO is like calling Diddy innocent. That's fucked up, who's on the watch list now? I thought I updated my brain to hate, I stayed militant. Kept on the headlines, why's it keep changing? And who has the answers? Clap your hands this instant. Clap your hands off instinct, yeah. Clap your hands this instant, yeah. Wait. Clap your hands off instinct, yeah. Clap your hands this instant, yeah.
We have a report relayed through the flight dynamics officer that the vehicle has exploded. We are now looking at all the contingency operations and awaiting word from any recovery forces in the downrange field.
I know it's hard to understand, but sometimes painful things like this happen. It's all part of the process of exploration and discovery. It's all part of taking a chance and expanding man's horizons. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave.
He has been working for over 1 month because he's wanted to come up here on this stage like you big guys. You big shot, you big shot, you big shot.
Freaky, 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 freaky flow, got up. Freaky, 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 freaky flow, got up. Freaky, 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 freaky flow, got up.
Native American instrumental maker is the man that made the beats. He's a patriot, he's a Trump supporter. And I don't know how, cause he has a daughter and his parents were immigrants. You can't make this shit up, but regardless I love him. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion or something, even if what you believe has been debunked as grifting. Listening to this tape might give you pause. Do you support me as someone that supports flaws? Supports a regime that deports its own citizens? I understand if you can't separate art from the artist, and you found out too late to take back the time you gave to the tape. That's how I felt after years of slaying the game with CIMMINO. Then it turns out I'm ashamed, but the more I thought about it, really.
Well, there may not be a platform here tomorrow. There may not be a school here tomorrow. You may not be here tomorrow.
We aren't united, but me and homie still killing shit since day one. Who am I to continue dividing? I think we need to let people side with whoever. However, this is common sense. Real life repercussions will always exist. Sometimes it gets pushed in your face, so be it. You can't fight the machine with hate that only feeds it. Can't fight the machine with hate that only feeds it.
For thousands of local citizens, such an apparently blatant miscarriage of justice proved too much to bear.
Too dark inside, not very welcoming. I left, no one asked me anything. They knew what we knew. I don't care about you. Why say many words when few words do trick you? Bitch, I don't miss you, I wish you were dead. If we kissed again, it's all in your head. Here lies another average Joe Schmo. Sour go, gave up bilinguality. English pouring out of me from porous heart to one hole, breathing like a porpoise. Every glass dolphin in my cousin's house is haunting. Obsessions tend to follow like a moth to the laundry. Moth to light sheets of pen, and the myth can't get God off me. Constant is the gift I received from Poppy. Consistency, a blip for MCs. Saw the mission on the blimp, but ignore the schneed. Etymology of that slang brought to you by Pepsi. Only doing coke if you tempt me. Only gon' relapse on the next beat. Never gon' relax, you won't best me. Sell a man a mask, a hat, who's he gon' be next? B, the B is for bless. Everyone say bless me. I told you I'm holding my sneeze, G. You won't ever say it to me. I hold everything and you might say it's unhealthy. Well, I just let it out. Everyone say bless me. 3 years strong and I'm back to the best me. Had to get away from a toxic ex. She only taught me not to rush, and then she took me by the hand and showed me love I've never seen. And in about an hour I'll be smithereens. Everything she made for me stored in a red box. Every memory of her mood flip-flopped. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I'm sorry I sorta hate you. I'm sorry I can't relate to you. No.
National Guard troops are standing by, ready to patrol the streets of Los Angeles, rocked by widespread violence following the not guilty verdicts in the trial of 4 white Los Angeles police officers charged with beating an unarmed black man. At least 5 people are dead. More than 130 have been hurt, including reporter Bob Brill.
Now I see smoke. Something. Can't tell. Oh, God! No! No! Okay.
Here's other information just in from the correspondents traveling with the presidential party. It says President Kennedy apparently was shot in the head.
Show up unannounced, hand down a blouse. Damn, I'm the man, pop a can of Zans like a light on lit again. Dance, baby, I'ma dance, baby, take my hands. We gon' shake it, babe. We can't help ourselves, let me make. I said, let me make you melt. Break a icebreaker, so cold I froze in hell. I've been going too hard, shit, I think I broke a nail. Fuck it though, still getting paid, can get them done, these bitches broke as hell. Busy sipping tea up in your hood, bitch, I know it well. So-and-so to such and such and this and that and other stuff. Butterfinger, Captain Crunch, isolation, angel dust. In a foreign whip with a foreign bitch, eating foreign food with a foreign dick, more than she could take. That's what she tells me every day. In my foreign coupe with my foreign wheels, eating foreign soup. It's more than I can take. Through a portal I escape by myself on the dollar bill currently. Contemplating while my face is on the fucking currency. Urgently search for an exit, it's an emergency. Rather be in purge world than known as a piece of the greed. Green with envy of another me that didn't have to see it in person. We know everything exists, but I didn't deserve this. Another place is where I belong. That's the type of shit I think right after I hit the bong. Cheech and Chong is long, I think this shit is bomb. My soup is gone cold, it's gazpacho now. My girl fell asleep, I turned the volume down. How long has it been since we left the house? How far out did we get from town? Turn the movie off and check my GPS. 25 minutes to my home address. I got stoned, moss crept, vegetated, degenerate, living the dramedy. Misery loves company, popular honesty, a modest success. That's what they teach you is policy. The news says they're policing red states, probably. It's looking like the start of apocalypse.
Dr. Martin Luther
King Jr. was shot outside a Memphis motel this afternoon. His condition is not known at this time. Police put out a wanted bulletin for, quote, a young white male, well-dressed, who was seen running from a brick building across the street from the Lorraine Hotel. Police said the assailant apparently jumped into a late model white car after the shooting and sped away.
5 months ago, Saddam Hussein started this cruel war against Kuwait. Tonight, the battle has been joined.
Triumphant sound, vocals heavy. I pour Mo Eddie cause the girls get more wetty. Fuck, might have been the worst line that I ever wrote. I doubt it, I typed it, I liked it, I said it, I hyped it on Reddit, then went back to writing, watching Usher on Cribs. Reminded me I love the US. Birdman and Wayne had the coolest house that I've ever seen. 2003, just like that Korean film. Hope you checked it out, don't miss the mission. I send you where you're meant to be living. Any interaction, even if it's a sliver of time, like wind from wings of butterfly. Real lyricism when you carry a story like the M shit, but it isn't corny. If he was in his prime, he'd shit on who he's become. Put it on everything I love, everyone I've ever touched is blessed. Karma is clean, trust in the best. I saw a rainbow outside the bathroom window. Could've snapped a picture if I acted quicker. I'm not one to dismiss my own inference. Fuck yeah, Ari, handle your business. Handle your shit, homie, handle your bitches. Man, handle the money, grubby little children. Take nothing for granted unless it's 3 wishes. Learn from your mistakes, that's how you complete missions. I don't need to be anyone else. I need to be the best version of myself. I look at the real world like it's all a game. You make money for someone that makes money for someone that makes so much money. They take the bank's money and that's your money, but it came from somebody. They print so much money, would you spend a much honey? Goddamn, sick, off work again. I take a day here and there, don't know who I am. I wanna be known as a hard worker. The more I do the same thing, I push away further. I have no faith in the new world order. Furthermore, no faith in purpose. Pretty sure I'm getting fired. I can't explain how drained I feel. I'm standing up, almost passing out. When I'm not there, I don't wanna sleep. I'm taking naps on my lunch break. Haven't eaten in 2 days. Losing weight, but still too wasted. I'm throwing up. No food tasted. Nobody's been to my place since me and homegirl split up. Did some blow, got my dick sucked. Feels like everything went tits up. Dead to rights, I have none. Expedite my black lung. Better write some slaps, bruh. I'm back in black like cash, huh? AC on, DC on site. Missing every shot from the grassy knoll. Dead the plot with a status quo.
This is, something is happening outside. Peter Arnett, join me here. Let's describe to our viewers what we're seeing. The skies over Baghdad have been illuminated. We're seeing bright flashes going off all over the sky. Peter?
Suspect wanted for a Durable 187 in West LA Division. Suspect named Orthol James Simpson, O.J. Simpson. Suspect may be driving a white or light-colored Ford Bronco.
It was the worst terrorist attack ever on U.S. soil. And the terrorists were American. Just 90 minutes after the explosion, Oklahoma police arrested 27-year-old Timothy McVeigh, a veteran of the Gulf War, for driving without a license. Evidence soon linked McVeigh and his friend Terry Nichols with the bombing, which was planned as an act of revenge against the U.S. government for what had occurred 2 years before, near Waco. Both men stood trial for their crimes. In June 1997, Timothy McVeigh was convicted of murder and sentenced to die by lethal injection. 6 months later, Terry Nichols was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. He received a life sentence.
We, the jury in the above entitled action, further find the special circumstance that the defendant, Orthol James Simpson, has in this case been convicted of at least one crime of murder of the first degree and one or more crimes of murder of the first or second degree to be not true. Signed this second day of October 1995, Juror 230. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is this your verdict? So say you one, so say you all.
Yes. All right, have it quiet in the courtroom, please. All right, Mrs. Robertson, would you please poll the jurors?
Disgusting.